Good evening, friends. I, Advocate Rajiv Lochin, welcome you on Rising Bharat. In this episode, we are talking about international news which is taking around in last fortnight, and that is about whether the world, in the words of World War, or will Russia take over Ukraine, or it is going to attack on Ukraine, or what is the conflict between the Russia and Ukraine, and why America is interfering in this matter. First of all, we need to understand the foundation of this conflict. We need to understand that when in the 90s, the Russia got divided, and that point of time, the current president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, was working for KGB. He was one of the promising soldier. We need to understand he's a nationalist, and for any soldier that cannot be a pleasurable experience when his country is getting divided into another 15 countries. Of course, and in those eras, because when the War get over, American interference in Europe has grown up, NATO has been formed, and finally the Russia got divided. And those 15 nations that separated from Russia they try to survive their own. But in the matter of time, still Russia, because of military superpower, had a great influence on those nations. If we take the geographical map of Russia and, as I say now, Ukraine, the Ukraine is a country which comes between Russia and Europe. So more or less like Ukraine is a bridge between Russia and Europe, and some part of Russia is connected with the Europe and some part goes through the Ukraine. Now, as America one side is trying to expand its NATO base, but another side, as Putin government is getting stronger in terms of military, and as due to the exploration or the new venues of oil and gas in Russia, the Russian economy has taken a boom and developed as a new oil economy or a gas economy. Now Russia has reached to a level, because end of the day, this oil and gas economy, Russia is also looking for a market, and they feel that Europe is a very big market or a good market for Russia. Even the Russia has offered the Europe the cheaper price of the gases than any other country, and Russia is ready to provide the pipeline. It means providing the gas to their doorsteps. And that will be a very big boom to the Russian economy. And same way, what happened, certain areas of Ukraine, where we are one of the area that we call Crimea, and now certain areas is also there which is a very rich in the natural resources. Now Russia realized that if they can have a stake in those areas, because one way or other, the Russia cannot forget that those were the countries which came out of Russia, and still a good number of population in Ukraine, they are supporting or they want to be the part of Russia, or they are supporting the cause of Russia. So as a result, what happens, it is not a very difficult proposition for Russia to take over the part of Ukraine and maybe all of Ukraine. But the leadership of the Ukraine is basically at present want to go along with America, or they are looking for being the part of NATO, because that way they will get a support of the NATO and to push off push off Russia. And same way what happened, like as America is trying all the way to stop this natural gas and oil growth of Russia, because if the Russia will provide the cheaper gases at the doorstep of the Europe, then Russia will have a better influence on the Europe, and that will be a complicated, or you can say the dangerous situation for NATO as well as America. So here now the war is all about supremacy which is going on. And as I say, Russia is also one of the strongest military power in the region. And therefore, America is intervening into this matter and trying to neutralize those power. But as I say, the check and balance, and that is a reason because America has a problem with the China. And now Russia and China is coming together for this cause, and they are supporting each other. And that's nothing but a neutralizing of America's dominance in the area. So therefore going for a war, because all these countries are coming out of pandemic. In fact, in NATO countries also, they are not in a same line as America is talking about. And therefore, it looks like they are supporting the Crimea or they are supporting the Ukraine, but it is half-heartedly. Because every country have their own problems, they have their own struggle. They have their, because the economy, every country after pandemic trying to get back the life of the common people on their track. Therefore, indulgence into any kind of war will be a very challenging situation. And that's for the reason Russia also made the statement that they are not going to have a full-fledged war, or they are not going to be the first to attack. But at the same time, the pressure is being built up, but at the same time, the diplomatic channel is also open. So therefore, overall, at present, looking into the scenario, I don't see a situation where any kind of world war is coming. But yes, this pressure will prevail because the Russia under the leadership of Putin want to get back to their glory, want to grow their economy, and if they will have an opportunity, they will try to expand their base or regain the territory which they lost in 90s. If you like my video, please subscribe and share. Thank you. Thank you very much.